Fight fiends and forecasters, we're back. Get the liquid courage into you. We're going to attack these bookies once again. Dana White's backyard. UFC Vegas 105. Get energized. Get alive. We got 3 locks of the week once again after hitting 3 locks. We more than doubled up. We won big with the locks of the week. I didn't do a final forecast last week, so you didn't get the official locks unless you were on Instagram, following on Instagram, or in Discord, or a platinum forecaster for $5 a month. But to everybody that's a true fiend, looking for the locks of the week, doing whatever it takes to find my locks of the week, I appreciate you. You cashed in, and we won big. We're looking to do it again. I got another 3 favorites that are fiending for a win. The dog of the week, hopefully his fight does not get canceled, because Calvin Gastelum was looking like a good opportunity. I got him at $5. He went to $3.50. We got the closing line value, and then our opponent caught a bug. So Joe Pyfer got sick. He pulled out. Wasn't feeling too good, not feeling 100%, probably not too confident in his abilities. We were confident, and I'm confident once again after going 10 for 11 or 10 for 12 on the predictions. We need to stay composed, stay calculated, pick our spots wisely, manage the bankroll wisely, and have fun. Get that liquid courage. India. Let's go. Make sure to like the video. If you're here listening, you might as well like the video. Comment below, help with that algorithm. I appreciate all you fight fiends and forecasters tuning in. So let's get straight to it. Women's fight, first fight of the night at the strawweight division. Istela Nunes, 6-5, 2-year layoff. What is she doing here? Fighting Loma, Lookboonmee from Thailand. This girl is aggressive. A couple finish wins on her record. A few in the UFC. She does have the finishing upside in this fight. She fought a year ago. Got the win to Bruna Brazil. A girl that's not looking too bad right now, fighting at Fighting Nerds. She's not the best, but neither of these girls have a ton of potential besides the favorite, Loma Lookboonmee. She's the only one in this fight showing true potential. Istela Nunes looked pretty good coming into the UFC. Maybe a little bit old in her career, but yeah, not looking so good now. She's lost every fight in the UFC. A tough run. Dislocated elbow in her last fight off 2 years. I don't think she's coming back to get a win. I think they're setting up Loma Lookboonmee for another win. She's the one with the potential, with the upside. I don't know. She's 3 years younger in this fight. 3 inches shorter, though. She has the fire and desire to get the win. I'm picking her to win in the first fight of the night. Second fight of the night, another women's fight in the strawweight division. So strap up. We got Talita Alencar, 5-1-1 versus Vanessa Demopoulos. Both girls. Not a whole lot of potential in the UFC. I don't think any of these women's fighters are going to break top 10 in the division. They're just going to entertain. They're going to scrap it out. Go toe-to-toe. Both these fighters will make the fight competitive. They're not complete UFC write-offs. Both can make a career in the UFC, but top 10 high caliber, I don't know. Championship level? Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, one of them potentially is on the way out. Vanessa Demopoulos, 36 years old. Lost a couple fights, 11-6 record. Hard to trust her to win. She can get taken down and submitted. That's what happened in her last fight 6 months ago. 7 months ago, Talita Alencar was unsuccessful with the takedowns, and she lost a unanimous decision. So if Vanessa can keep this fight on the feet, which I expect her to, it is a 50-50 fight though. But with that being said, if Vanessa can keep this on the feet, I think she wins the fight. Probably by a decision. So Vanessa Demopoulos is the pick. Wouldn't be putting money on it. That's the last thing I would be doing, is putting money on a women's fight. First 2 fights of the night, grab a drink, have some fun. If you're out in the burn smoking some dope, don't rush in. There's no reason to really watch the first 2 fights. The third fight of the night, that's when it starts to get more entertaining. Main card, maybe. Tune in for that. I actually have a hockey tournament this weekend. I will be missing majority of the card. I'll be busy tomorrow night. Yeah, Saturday at 7 o'clock. I have a game. I'm going to miss a couple fights. Hopefully I don't miss much. I don't think I will, but we'll continue the breakdown because we got Victor Henry and Pedro Falcao next. This guy hasn't fought in a year. Pedro. And I'm not voting for him. I'm not picking him. He lost a unanimous decision in his last fight. He had a fairly inactive career before the UFC. Not sure how he got here. Now he's probably going to lose to Victor Henry, a guy that, had his nuts crushed to Javid Basharat. Got submitted in his last fight. But I think he has more potential in the UFC. He's more UFC caliber. I think he can pace his way to a decision. More volume on the feet, being the better striker. Stopping takedowns. Pushing forward. I'm not going to have a ton of action on this fight, but that is my prediction. Victor Henry to push forward and get his hand raised. Pedro has just been so inactive, and he did not look good in his last fight. So I'm just taking Victor Henry here. Likely a decision, but I don't care. I won't even be watching it. I'm going to hockey at 7 o'clock. Let's go. Now we got a UFC debut. Daniel Frunza, 9-2, got the knockout versus Cootsie, 17-1 on Dana White's Contender Series. I'm pretty sure I picked him to win, but I'm low confidence on this pick. Originally, I had Rhys McKee, 0-4 in the UFC. Eventually, he's going to get a win. Went to a split decision with Chidi Nzechukwu. Chidi Bang Bang. Went to a split decision with him. Not looking too bad. In his losses, not looking terrible. Durable. Surviving. Can he survive the knockout power of Frunza? Push forward and get a win? Maybe. He has fought the higher caliber competition, more experience, hungry for a win, but I don't know if I can trust him. Low confidence, Daniel Frunza to knock out Rhys McKee or just win it by a decision. Debut fight, shouldn't be too much jitters. It's in the Apex where the Dana White's Contender Series was. It's not a pay-per-view spot. I think he'll be fine. I don't know if he'll dominate because Rhys McKee, he's not bad. I've went against him before, but he's not that bad. You can't get overly confident that he's just going to come out here and lose. He has a reach advantage. He has experience. I'd be a little bit careful. He is 1 year younger with way more experience. That's credible. Just be careful on this one. Like I said, Rhys McKee was my pick, low confidence. I think I ended up taking Frunza by a decision or a late knockout on the pick. Very low confidence. Be very careful on this one. The next one, we got another women's fight here. Flyweight fight. Let's fucking go. We got Dione Barbosa. Dione Barbosa. 7-3. She's the better fighter. She is. She didn't get submitted to Molly McCann. And I can't pick a girl that got submitted in round 1 to Molly McCann. Belbita fought over a year ago. Lost. Looked terrible. Barbosa fought 8 months ago. Went to a decision with Miranda Maverick. Didn't look great, but she's definitely the better fighter in my opinion. She's more capable of getting wins inside of a UFC organization that, let's be honest, doesn't have the most highest caliber women's fighters. Even some of the other divisions, men's divisions, they're not the highest caliber fighters in the UFC. You're surprised some of these fighters even make it to the UFC. Some of the stuff we've seen, it's like, how does this guy make it to the UFC? The number one biggest organization in the world. Some of these fighters you just don't know. We got a 15-9 women's fighter versus a 7-3. This is the best of the best. Give me the 7-3 fighter. It shouldn't be that hard to figure out. You know what I'm saying? Unless we see something that's crazy. And that's not out of the question. Women's underdogs are alive. But I don't have faith in this one. Hasn't fought in a year. Got submitted to Molly McCann. Give me Barbosa. Yeah. Yeah. Dog of the week, Davey Dangerous Grant. 39 years old, 9 years older. Yeah, I know. He might get hit a little bit in this fight. All right. But Daniel Santos, 12-2, doesn't really have that finishing capability. Hasn't had a finish in his last couple fights. Won a unanimous decision almost 2 years ago. Davey Grant's active. He fought 3 months ago against Ramon Tavares. And Tavares looked like he had power, finishing capabilities. Davey Grant shut him down. Proved that he was still dangerous. In this fight, a little bit disrespectful. Pricing him as underdog. I'm taking him as underdog. And he is my most confident underdog on this event. 39 years old. I'm not going to count him out. He has a reach advantage. He has the UFC experience. He has a more higher level experience. The guys that he fought are just on another level. He's been in the UFC for a while now. He knows how to handle himself, especially late in fights. The round 3 finish is more than live in this fight. Dangerous Davey Grant is not a guy you want to be doubting. 39 years old or not, he has the experience, he has the fight, the durability. I don't really see the chin fading. It's not like a Ricky Glenn. You know what I mean? This guy has some fight in him for 39. Daniel Santos, untested, inactive, overpriced, overrated. Give me Dangerous Davey Grant. Let's get it done. Dog of the week. You know where we're headed here. Plus money and to the bank. Let's go. Now we got Louis Gurule. He beat Nick Piccinini. Dana White's Contender Series. This guy was a pretty big underdog. Maybe not that big of an underdog, but he was an underdog, and he won. And I did not pick him to win or expect him to win. He has some fight in him. Fuck, he does. 10-0 now. 31 years old. He's a little bit old. 5'5". 64-inch reach advantage. Or 64-inch reach versus 73-inch reach for Buday Osbourne. His opponent. 12-8 though. 12-8 Buday Osbourne. What are you going to do, bud? He has a huge reach advantage. 9 inches. Buday Osbourne. He went to a unanimous decision and lost. Noche UFC to Ronaldo Rodriguez. He always looks ripped and so fucking shredded at the face-offs, weigh-ins. And then he never shows up. Doesn't have the finishing capabilities that you would think he would have. Louis Gurule is tough. He proved it. He can stop takedowns. And that's what Buday Osbourne might be going for. In this fight, he's probably just going to try to keep it on the feet where he's just going to get pushed up against the fence and just, I don't know. Maybe he gets knocked out. Maybe he doesn't do much because Gurule has the forward pressure. He's gruesome. He's looking for the finish. He can stop any takedown, in my opinion, coming his way. He shouldn't get controlled on the ground here. Maybe he does get taken down, but he'll be quick back up to his feet. Trust him as a favorite? Not sure. Not 100% sure if I trust him as a lock of the week. Debut fight. It's still in the apex. He should be comfortable here. Yeah, I'm going to put him in a couple parlays. No doubt about that. Osbourne, 12-8. This is his last showing in the UFC, in my opinion. He doesn't really have much left in the tank. He would have showed more fight in his last fight. I don't think he's at the caliber of fighter of Louis Gurule, who's hungry, looking to make a name for himself, get a contract. You know, he has something to prove here. Osbourne hasn't proved much. He hasn't done much. I can't pick him to win. I don't think he has much fight left. This is it. PFL, Global Fight League, they're getting ready to sign this guy after a loss here. 9-inch reach advantage. It wouldn't shock me if he won. My dog just went crazy. Maybe Osbourne goes crazy in this fight. You never know. It's a sign from above. If wins, Benson was all over that pick. Yeah, I'm staying away on most of the bets on Louis Gurule. I think he wins. I think he pushes forward, gets his hand raised in his debut, dominates for the most part, unless something crazy happens and the dog gets crazy, a little wild. Benson up there doing just that. Maybe it's a sign from above, but we'll see. I honestly think Osbourne is getting cooked in this fight. Not much left to say. 12-8. He's fucking 12-8. How is he still here? Like, the UFC matchmakers can't think this guy's getting a win. They pull up the papers. Yeah, this guy clearly fucking ready for a win. No, this guy's getting sent to the wolves. I think Gurule is going to dominate. And I can make the same argument about this fight. You got Torrez, Finney, Robert, Valentin. Valentin lost to Ryan Loder, got knocked out, and Ryan Loder is not that guy. I had Ryan Loder in that fight as an underdog. Thought he would win a decision. He knocked out Robert Valentin, controlled him on the ground easily, and knocked him out ground and pound. Torrez Finney going to do the same thing. Torrez Finney going to knock this man out. That's what he's going to do. And I can't go against a guy built like this. Look at this guy. You know what I'm saying? The shoulders on him. The way he can get a takedown so easily. Control him. He has the fucking power. I think he just clobbers Robert Valentin. Surprised if this one gets out around 1. 3 times on Dana White's Contender Series, making his UFC debut. I'm ready to go. Torrez Finney, he's going to be in a couple bets for me. This is not a guy I'm doubting. Robert Valentin off a loss by knockout to Ryan Loder, who does not have the power of Torrez Finney. I mean, I just feel bad for Robert Valentin. Yeah, he deserves a UFC contract potentially, but a debut fight off a loss by knockout against Torrez Finney, they're kind of fucking setting him up here. No? Yeah, they are. See, I know what they're doing. Torrez Finney is winning his debut fight in the UFC in dominant fashion. That is what he wants to do. That is what he's going to be set up to do here. I don't see how Robert Valentin off a loss by knockout to Ryan Loder is going to win. How is he going to win this fight? He's going to get taken down if he doesn't get knocked out. And he's going to get controlled easily and ground and pounded into the friggin' mat. You got to feel bad for this guy. He deserves a chance to stick around in the UFC, but you can't expect his career to last long off 2 knockout losses. One being to Torrez Finney. Incoming. This guy's built different. And I can't believe he had to fight 3 times on Dana White's Contender Series. You know they're going to favor a matchup for him in his debut. How could they not? Right? They should have signed him after the first win. Jesus. Look at this guy. He's only going to improve. That's the thing too. 26 years old, 4 years younger. Torrez Finney is a guy that's going to improve, that has been improving at a rapid rate. Let's fucking go, Fight Fiends. Finney's the side all day long. It's time for a drink. 37-year-old versus a 37-year-old. You can toss a coin on this one. If you have a side, if you're going to try to disagree with me on my pick, I don't care. I hope I don't show up from hockey to this fight. I'll be fucking pissed. What in the fuck is this? Brad Tavares lost a split decision to Jun Park. He looked decent. He's better on the feet than Meerschaert, in my opinion. I'll pick him to win this fight by a decision. I don't think he's going to get the KO. He has no knockout power from what I've seen. But he can win a decision, be technical and smart. But he can just get taken down, controlled, lose this fight. Yeah, if he can't get a knockout, he can hardly push a pace. That's another thing. Brad Tavares can hardly push a pace. You know, Gerald Meerschaert is going for a finish. Going for that submission. Yeah, he lost to Rainer DeRitter, but DeRitter would submit Brad Tavares too, no? Yeah, he would. So maybe I switch my pick live on the show. GM3 might be a live dog. See, I'm thinking Brad Tavares is going to win this by a decision. Be the better striker, be technical on the feet. The liquid courage is helping. I think that's a wrong opinion. This guy can't fight for your money as a favorite? The fuck out of here. If this Hawaiian wins as a favorite, yeah, the dog's going wild. I'm taking that as a sign. Give me GM3. Gerald Meerschaert. For the win. 37 years old. I don't give a fuck. The other guy's 37 too. Yeah, the dog. He's wild. Yeah, no dog of the week. I like Davey Dangerous Grant. But I'm going to switch my pick. I'm taking GM3, Gerald Meerschaert for the win. He can mix in the takedowns. He can get takedowns in this fight. He'll fight for your money. He'll go for the submission. And if he can get a submission attempt at any point in this fight, I would assume it's going to be soon over. He'll lock in the submission and finish the job like he's done. You look at his wins, he's finishing a lot of them. And Brad Tavares, fairly inactive, can't fight for your money, can hardly win a fight. If he does, it's by a decision. You got to play him by a decision. If you're looking at the props here, I see no finishing capabilities on his side. I'm switching the pick. I'm taking the guy with the more finishing upside, the guy that can get a submission in this fight. Not only a submission, he can get a takedown. His striking is improving. I'll cut him a little bit of slack. Give me GM3. F3 doesn't normally switch a pick. I have not in a long time. I'm going to do it this week. After this video, I'm going to take GM3 as my second underdog of the week. We've seen so many underdogs like pull through, and it can profit you a lot of money. At some point, these favorites are going to start to take over. Bookies are going to start getting better. Hopefully. Hopefully not, because there's so much value to be made. Yeah, I'm taking the dog. Bookies fucked up on this one. A lot of other fights, I think they have it priced pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Last week, they were priced fairly decent. They were on top of their game. They're going to have a fight, a prop, a couple props, maybe a fight or two priced incorrectly. But for the most part, the bookies are on top of their game. And you kind of got to see, like, sometimes there's a underdog that shouldn't be so big of an underdog. Maybe the bookies know something. Maybe they mispriced it. This is what I'm doing. You don't have to agree. People disagree all the time. It might not be profitable for them. It might not be the right thing to do. But I'm not going to hit each and every one. And I'm not going to do the right thing on each and every fight. Some of the props, I've been pretty bad with. That's why the money line is the way to go. With the locks of the week, I'm playing them on the money line, and I'm getting the win. I haven't talked about a fight that I was 100% confident in yet, but this is the one. Kennedy Nzechukwu at heavyweight is the guy. He's going to beat a guy like Martin Buday. That's the thing, right? Now, you can basically think Buday, he's a filled-out heavyweight. He can last a little bit longer. But the thing is the speed. The speed and the precision. Kennedy Nzechukwu is too quick. He doesn't have to cut weight. He fought at 205 for the longest time. He wasn't bad at 205. He lost to Oven St. Peru. But split decision. He was losing gas. He had to cut weight. There's no cutting weight anymore. He's going to be comfortable late in the fight. And these fights aren't going late for him. He's too quick, too powerful. He's finding the kill shot. And I don't think it'll take him too long. Martin Buday lost pretty much to Andrei Arlovsky. Split decision. He hardly won. Arlovsky's a guy with a ton of experience, but so old. 44 years old. Martin Buday, he's not a guy with power. Takedowns. I don't worry at all in this fight. Sometimes you just don't know. We've seen a lot, right? But Kennedy Nzechukwu, man, moving up to heavyweight, he's going to be too quick, and he's going to beat these guys at the bottom end. The bottom, lower echelon of heavyweight. He's going to beat them easily. Trust me, bro. You're going to beat him. He has the reach advantage as well, right? He has a 6-inch reach advantage in this fight. He's a year younger. He has way more potential to move up the ranks in the UFC than Martin Buday. This is a setup fight. Give me Kennedy Nzechukwu for the win and expect it to be under 1.5 rounds. This guy's going to get the finish in the first couple punches. It didn't take long against Chris Barnett. Lucas Brzeski. I don't think Martin Buday is far off that breed. Look at this guy. He ain't going to do much. Cortavious Romious next against Chang Ho Lee. Yeah, I want to take Cortavious Romious. Underdog that's screaming my name. I've had faith in him before. Lost me some money against Gaston Bologna. But Bolanos wasn't bad. 7-4. Kind of bad. One-dimensional is Cortavious Romious, Doesn't have much on the feet. He's not that powerful, wild, inaccurate, crazy. Looking for a takedown. He has a ton of submissions. But now you're getting a guy well-calculated, well-experienced, fighting high-level guys with a ton of experience and getting the wins in those fights because of his high IQ. I got to go with the South Korean. Look what happened when it went against one. AJ Cunningham. Yeah, I can't go against another South Korean after AJ Cunningham got controlled. Chang Ho Lee should control Cortavious Romious. He is the favorite, and he should win this fight. He's more calculated. He's better on the feet. When he stops the takedowns, he'll take over this fight. If there is a chance Cortavious Romious gets a takedown, he's searching for the submission, but I think it gets reversed. Chang Ho Lee should be the better, higher IQ fighter in this fight. He's just better. I don't know how Cortavious Romious is going to win this fight. He is wild, crazy, anything can happen, but he's not the more calculated guy with the calculated decision making of Chang Ho Lee. I do think he'll get it done. Low confidence. I'm not even cheering for Chang Ho Lee to win. I'm cheering for Cortavious, but the pick is Chang Ho Lee. Can't go against the South Korean. AJ Cunningham let me down. And as a favorite, I'll just take the favorite. Chang Ho Lee. Hopefully the bookies got this one right. If you have the underdog, Cortavious Romious, best of luck to you. I'm going to be cheering with you. This guy is the more entertaining fighter. Hopefully he's around the UFC for a bit. I like his energy, his swagger. I honestly hope he gets it done. But I'm not chasing that plus money. I think he loses a close decision. His takedowns get stopped. He gets out-volumed on the feet. Chang Ho Lee barely gets it done. He just fought a guy 26-8, a ton of experience. He looked pretty good. Can't go against him. He had a nice layoff too. 9 months. He's been training. He always shows up in shape. No reason to fade the favorite in this one. We're going to talk about the co-main event next. You know you're ready for this one. You're waiting. You probably skipped ahead. You son of a bitch. But take a shot. Have some fun. It's not all about making money. Spend time with your family and friends. Let your loved ones know you love them. You're only here one time, so make sure the one time you're here, you make the most of it. Now, I said I had 3 locks of the week, and we're going boom, boom, boom. At the end of this event, I got hockey. I'll be back for the main card. I'm going to miss the entire prelims, so I don't want big money on the prelims. I'm heavy loaded. The final 3 fights, final 4, I'm taking Kennedy Nzechukwu, and you know I'm taking Anderson Brito over Pat Sabatini. Pat Sabatini, a guy that's been knocked out to Damon Jackson round 1, Diego Lopez round 1. Not a guy I can pick. Not a guy I can trust. I've never picked him to win. He got his win versus Jonathan Pierce in his last bout. Round 1 submission win. There you go, Pat Sabatini. Take it, run to the bank. Yeah, he looked good off a Diego Lopez loss, but Anderson Brito beat Diego Lopez majority decision. He's had an incredible UFC run until a robbery by a decision to William Gomes. He's been able to finish fights. He finished Jack Pierce as well. He finished Jack Shore. Pat Sabatini is another guy that's going to get slaughtered. Knockout. Anderson Brito, off a loss by split decision, is going to be hungry. He's going to be hungry not to go the distance. That's another thing. He's like, fuck these judges. I'm going for it. I'm fighting a guy with no chin, 5% durability, just fucking boom. One shot down the middle, Pat Sabatini going down. He's going to try to grapple. He's going for the submission. Brito is well aware of that. And on the ground, Brito, he can ball. This guy knows what to do down there. He can stop the submission. He has a bunch of submission wins. He's been able to get bonuses when he's finished guys. This guy makes money. And he is a baller when it comes to the mixed martial arts game. On the feet, on the ground. He can get it done. I thought he should have won a decision in his last fight. He's going to be aware not to go the distance in this fight. He's going to be looking for the finish on the feet, even on the ground. He could win this fight. There's no takedown for Pat Sabatini in this fight. If you think this guy, he's going to get a takedown, he's the underdog, eh? No. No. He's going to go for a takedown and he's getting knocked out round 1. Anderson Brito, he's going to be so hungry in this fight and calculated. He ain't letting this up. He ain't backing down. This guy is a dog. And when I say he's balling, I mean he's balling. He's about to get a $50K bonus in a main card spot over Pat Sabatini, man. This is such a winnable fight off a loss for Anderson Brito. Knockout power. He can stop takedowns so easy. Pat Sabatini has nothing to offer in this fight. He's going to try to jump on the back, get a submission. If he can't get that submission, he's royally fucked. Honestly. I don't even think he gets close. He walks in and gets sent to the Shadow Realm versus the Brazilian Brito. Lock of the week. Lock of the week. Off a loss, he gets back into the win column. Easily. Pat Sabatini got knocked out to Damon Jackson and Diego Lopez round 1. It does not take much. It doesn't. One shot on the chin. It's over, man. It's over. And now this fight, 2 guys with power, 1 guy with more power in my opinion, and he's a big dog here. Josh Emmett. The power this guy has is crazy. He knocked out Bryce Mitchell round 1. It was over a year ago. He's 40 years old now. And that fight, I had a feeling he was going to get the win. In this fight, I have a feeling he's going to get the loss. He's 10-4 in the UFC. It's UFC Vegas 105. With a loss, he can improve to 10-5 in the UFC. What the hell? I'm taking Lerone Murphy. It's UFC Vegas 105 at the Apex. With a loss, Josh Emmett improves to 10-5 in the UFC. I'm not stupid. I'm taking Lerone Murphy. There's enough said here. I mean, he has a 4-inch reach advantage. He's 7 years younger in this fight. The bookies opened him up as a pretty wide favorite, a bigger favorite than I would have thought. But hey, he's a younger fighter, more technical. He has power in his own rights, and he can pace his way to a decision win. Unanimous decision win versus Dan Iggy in his last fight. A unanimous decision win to Edson Barbosa. This guy is getting the right steps up in competition, and this is clearly the next step up in competition that he can pass with flying colors. Give me Lerone Murphy. More heart, more determination at this point in his career. He's 33. It's now or never. Can't really afford a loss. He's never lost before. He doesn't know what defeat feels like. That's why he fights for your money. This guy don't want to lose. He's never lost before. It's not on his mind, and it's not going to be on his mind Saturday night. Josh Emmett, he's going down with a fight. Better IQ, better cardio. This is going to be a changing of the guard type of fight. Set up to win. Give me Lerone Murphy. Thanks for watching this video. Full card predictions. It looks like I'm taking GM3 over Brad Tavares now, eh? Happens. 2 underdog picks. The rest are looking like favorites. But that does not mean you can go parlay each and every favorite. Pick your spots wisely. I'll give you the locks of the week because I got hockey. Big hockey tournament this weekend. And I won't have time to give out the locks of the week. Last week, I did not officially give them out on YouTube. I apologize. We cashed in huge. It's $5 a month. Patreon. Hit the link in bio below in the description. Join. Become a Platinum Forecaster. We're waiting for you. Last week, we got paid. We put a big wager down. It hit. This week, we're putting another big wager down on Lerone Murphy for the win. You Anderson Breed 2 for the win. And Kennedy Nzechukwu plus 150. And if you're looking at the plus 150 odds and you're liking it, what about this plus 150 underdog? Davey Dangerous Grant. He is my most confident underdog of the week. If you don't like it, don't bet it. If you do bet it, please manage your bankroll wisely. Now it's time for the ultimate giveaway. Big shout out here to the MMA Husky Hustler. Him and his Husky are listening. They wanted a big shout out. The MMA Husky Hustler has a YouTube channel. He does YouTube predictions. Give him a follow. Him and his Husky are putting in the work, just like me. New to YouTube, it looks like, but some solid predictions. And he had a solid lock parlay. I sent him $100, and I didn't just send him $100. I sent his Husky $100. So him and his dog are doing predictions. They're hitting lock parlays, and they're getting paid. I sent him $100. He really appreciated that, and I really appreciated him commenting his lock parlay last week on my full card prediction show. The lock parlay was money. Money, money, money. It was the most valuable lock parlay. And with the $100 giveaway, the highest odds wins in a tiebreaker. We had 2 winners, right? It was a week we had 2 winners. One person had higher odds, so they got it done. It was MMA Husky Hustler. The other person was a little confused why they didn't win. They didn't have the highest odds. I think they had plus 120. The winner was plus 300, so the highest odds in that situation, you know what I mean? Get it done. So this week, the same thing happens in a tiebreaker. If you have the most valuable lock parlay, you get the win. You get that $100. This week, all what you got to do, same thing. Comment your lock parlay. Put hashtag F3. And the odds have to be above plus 100. Don't be a noob and give me 3 massive favorites or 2 favorites at not even plus money. Like, that's no fun. How am I going to make money on 2 favorites below plus 100? I can't. I can't even double my money. I can't cover a loss. That's not a smart way to gamble. Give me something above plus 100. I got to double my money. I got to cover a loss in the future. Long term, we're winning. Let's continue to win. Let's keep the momentum moving forward. Not only give me, snipe out. Snipe one. Lock parlay. Plus 100 or above. You can give me the props, money line, whatever you want to do. An underdog, throw one in there. Plus 100, parlay or above. 2 fighters, 3 fighters, 4 fighters. I don't care. But hashtag F3 has to be there. And you get $100 if they all win. Last week, here's the winner once again. MMA Husky Hustler. Give him a follow. Comment on his videos. Help with his algorithm. All right? It's all about the community here, right? All about the community. Let's help each other out. It's us against the bookies this week. You know we're going to attack them. That's what we're going to do. The locks, locked in. Dog of the week, Birkin. He's dangerous. No doubting him this week. 39 years old or not. Don't give one hell. I don't give one hell. I don't give one shit. I don't give one dog shit. You know what I'm saying? 39 years old. He's going to put it on that 30-year-old that hasn't fought in 2 years. Daniel Santos. He's going to put it on that boy. He's going to let him know. He's going to let him know. Now, before you go, let me know your most confident lock parlay. Hashtag F3 plus 100 odds or above. Like the video. Subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. I can't believe you have not subscribed yet. I'm giving it $100 each and every full card prediction video. I appreciate the fight fiends and forecasters tuning in. Let your friends know $100 is on the line each and every weekend. If you're not betting, you don't like to bet. You don't want to waste your money gambling. Just put a lock parlay for fun, your most confident picks, and I'll give you $100 if you win. So this is a chance for you to win free money each and every week. Make sure you subscribe. I really appreciate each and every one of you. You know that? This would not be possible without you. I'm almost at 1,000, and we're going to the moon after that. So let's get monetized. Let's get the liquid courage into us. That's way too much mix. Gonna have no room for the liquid courage. Yeah, I got some Jones here. Blue bubblegum soda. It's fucking some good mix. The last shot of the Pink Whitney too. Found a bottle. Dreadstocks had one next door from last weekend. And I just finished her off on the show. Holy fucking buzzed. Oh, I got a little buzz on me. Well, the show went pretty good. Picks are locked in. I got to change one. If Gerald Meerschaert shits the bed, well, I'm sorry. But that plus money is a little intriguing, knowing he's going to push forward, fight for my money, try to get a takedown, submission win. I'm looking at the submission prop for Gerald Meerschaert as well. I'm not playing his money line. I'm definitely going to risk it for the biscuit, knowing that I just changed my pick there. I think Brad Tavares might be submittable, if that's even a fucking word. 10 losses. No submission losses. 5 knockout losses. 5 decision losses. First ever submission loss for Brad Tavares. GM3 knocked out 4 times. 9 submission losses. 29 submission wins. Holy fuck, man. 29 submission wins. Number 30 against Brad Tavares, maybe? You never know. Yeah, I'm taking GM3. Don't know if I love the pick. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to dig more into that one. What a dirty fight. So dirty. Brad Tavares as a favorite. Jesus. That's all I got. UFC Vegas. 105. Full card predictions is in the books. Now let's write up a check on Saturday. Let's cash, Fight Fiends and Forecasters. Thank you once again for tuning in.